Welcome to the Black Authors Network. Please tell us your name and tell us about your book.
Yes, hi there. My name is Charles D. Ellison. I'm the author of Tantrum. It's a newly released urban political thriller. Just came out about a few weeks ago under Ghetto Heat. Ghetto Heat is an urban fiction publisher based up in Harlem, New York. And Tantrum is essentially it's a political thriller about a very complex urban crime thriller, if you will, about an assassination attempt on a local politician. He tries to figure out exactly who's after him and why. And during that, the plot of this sort of starts off very local. They think it's some sort of mob hit, but then they start finding out that there's a more sort of nefarious national conspiracy that's unfolding. So while the councilman's figuring that out, he's also dealing with some personal issues, some personal drama in his own life, and he's a politician. I mean, his life is drama. So he's got to go through that as well. And so there's this very nice, diverse, and complex array of characters that play into that.
So share with us one of the most significant or profound scenes from the book.
The book starts off with a bang, essentially. And in fact, there's a very likable, I don't want to get too much into it, but the book starts off without giving too much away, because I definitely want people to check it out. But the book starts off very violent with the assassination attempt. It's essentially the core of the book, and everything sort of explodes and unfolds from there. I mean, the book itself has a tantrum. The characters themselves are having, their own personal issues and challenges and problems. I mean, so they're going through sort of personal and also metaphysical and spiritual challenges as well. So the book itself starts off. That's one of the main scenes in the book where it sort of sets the stage for everything else. Everything else, it's a sort of a domino effect that occurs from there.
So how do you think young African-American males or men in general will adapt to your book or take to your book?
On one level, I think they'll be inspired by the nameless protagonist, the main character in the book, called the Councilman. The Councilman is a young black man who is trying to succeed in politics. That's a very tough business to break into. And so as a result, I think you have a lot of young brothers who will be inspired by that, who want to get into politics. But at the same time, they also know about some of the pitfalls and the twists and turns of politics, some of the things to look out for. That's a good thing about Tantrum. It's a nice primer, sort of politics 101. But another thing too is that brothers will also relate to this book because it's about, many of the characters in the book are people that we recognize in our communities, people that we grew up with. From your local politician, your mayor, to your preachers, to your activists. These are people that had influences in our lives. And so I think what will happen also is that through those characters and through seeing, it's fiction, but it's also based on fact. It's based on some of the challenges and very critical issues that we're dealing with as a community. I think that brothers will be motivated to finally do something on a larger collective level. Not to say that we aren't doing anything now. Many of us are. But some of those, who are maybe still trying to figure their way out, trying to figure their path, I think they'll walk away from Tantrum not only being entertained, but I also think that they'll walk away from Tantrum being much more informed and much more motivated to do something.
Fantastic. Give us the title of your book again, your name, and how we can purchase the book.
Absolutely. Tantrum by Charles D. Ellison. You can go to ghettoheat.com, that's ghettoheat.com, to get more information on the book, get book tour dates, and also buy the book directly. You can also go to amazon.com, or you can go to Annie B. Dalton, Barnes & Noble, Borders, Walden Books, anywhere, and you should be able to find a copy on the shelf and order a copy.
Can we get your website address?
Absolutely. Go to ghettoheat.com, or you can go to myspace.com/Tantrum 2008 to get more information on myself, the author, and more information on the book as well.
Well, thank you for joining the Black Authors Network live from the Congressional Black Caucus.
Thanks for having me. Good luck to you.